Hello YouTube, I'm Southern Wolverine. Welcome back to Operation Laythe in orbit with the asteroid grabber Mark 1 and Bill, Bob, and Jebediah Kerman. If you watched the previous episode, you'd know that we are targeting for capture an asteroid out here, Z Kilo Kilo 120, currently at almost 80 million meters from the planet Kerbal. However, it's going to make its close approach here at only 3 million meters, and we are going to attempt to capture it there. Or, near there anyway. Whoever we can most conveniently rendezvous with it. So, first thing is we want to try to kill off. It has essentially no gravity, so we're not going to get into its orbit or anything like that as we would with the moon. We are simply going to encounter it, rendezvous with it as if it were a spacecraft that we were going to dock with. That's essentially what we're going for here. So what we have to do is we got to take care of this 3.5 degree mismatch in our orbits. So we're going to just go like that and set a maneuver to take care of that. And that should just about zero it out. Not a number. That'll do for me. Okay. And that maneuver will happen in 20 minutes. So we're going to fast forward to that. But before I do the fast forwarding, I think I'm going to go ahead and fire up my RCS. Find my maneuver node, which should be let's see, that was a descending node, so it should be in a northerly direction. I'm going to go ahead and use my RCS to help me out, even though with all this still attached to it, the RCS isn't terribly balanced. It will still help me turn, and this, with all this still here, is kind of a pig. And it's not really going to want to turn without some extra assist. We should have plenty of monopropellant. I'm not terribly concerned about that. Shouldn't really have any trouble running that. And my couple little solar panels I've got are doing just a fine job keeping my batteries charged. So we'll just have to make sure we don't point away from the sun for an extended period of time, and we'll be just fine in the electricity department. Alright, coming onto the bearing for the maneuver. Look, this thing is still huge. Okay. Come on, baby, settle down. Alright, we'll go ahead and cheat and fast forward to stop our relative motion. And with this big engine we've got on here, with our launch engine basically still attached to it, 137 meter per second burn should go pretty quick. I'm not even going to do a test burn. I'm just going to fire up, 5 or 10 seconds in advance of the node, and that should be more than enough. Like I said, this engine is quite powerful, and this burn is not very big. And with luck, we will still have a little bit of fuel left over on this to give us a kickstart out on our encounter with Zulu Kilo Kilo 120. All right. Let's just light this thing and do it. It burns a little bit longer than I thought it would be, but still, less than 10 seconds. Not a problem. Not a problem. Alright, here, let's clean that up as much as we can. Actually, what does that give us for our actual descending node? Kill this maneuver. Alright, that should be plenty good. Let's go ahead and save the RCS fuel and leave it be in the dark side of the planet Kerbal. Okay, so I'm just going to quick save after every significant maneuver, just in case, because this asteroid's passing through once. We're only going to get one shot at it. So the encounter burn is going to end up being somewhere in this vicinity to try to meet it out there. And in fact, we're going to end up, let's go that way a little bit and try to meet it in advance of the periapsis, because I want time to maneuver to it, get an intercept, and then have time to set up a burn while attached to the asteroid at the periapsis, or the apogee, and thus bring it into an orbit with basically this diameter. or at the very least get an elliptical capture orbit. I have a feeling we'll have plenty of fuel, and we'll be doing just fine. Okay, so you can see at that point we are still well away. So we're going to go ahead and use the new feature wherein we can simply click on this bad boy to advance this maneuver by one orbit at a time. And you see it'll be many orbits before this asteroid is close to our target zone. Alright, so let's back it off one orbit and we will adjust from there. So we're going to try to get this in now 5 days from now. Oh, it resets when I move it. That's unfortunate. Okay, well we know our intercept point is potentially right over there somewhere. We could also fast forward this a bit and see if that works. Okay, now these orbits around Kerbal are quick, and the asteroid is still some days away. Alright, that's no good. Alright, so right about... I'm just gonna... Literally on my screen I am marking where that intercept is with my finger and trying to get close to it. You know what, I think I am going to fast forward. I'm going to stop this maneuver. I'm going to fast forward this a little bit so I don't have to quite do this so much. I have that quick save that I can recall if need be. Oh, and I'm only going to get 50 times fast forward. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to just drop back to the Space Center where I can go to the tracking station. I can fast forward all that I damn well please. And I unfortunately cannot set maneuvers from here because that would be actually rather nice. Whoa, look at that thing way out there. So let's just fast forward a couple of days and get a little bit closer to this, because we know we're not going to encounter it until it's well within Moon's atmosphere. That will keep me from having to do a whole bunch of fast forwarding later on at a much slower speed. Okay, now let's switch back to the asteroid grabber, which hopefully will live up to its name. Alright, so somewhere in this vicinity we want to burn out towards it. Just right click to get this, so come on, give me what I want. Can I still fiddle with this and not have to cycle again? I can. So if I move it, it seems it breaks the orbit setting that I already had it on. That's pretty far. That's still 300 kilometers. Alright, so I'm just going to move this that way. Come on. Right click. This could take some fiddling. Now this is with this one pass stuff. I don't think I believe this bouncing around. Okay, let's just go with that and we'll adjust on the fly. Worst case scenario, I use my quick save and bounce back. Of course, this maneuver is now a day away. So back to the tracking station to fast forward it to within a few hours. And then I can come back to the spacecraft, do a little mini fast forward. I tell you, when it's one thing trying to get to the moon. It's another thing entirely when you know this moon is in a nice circular orbit. It's another thing entirely when you know that you have exactly one shot at an encounter. Man, that's a little hard to see exactly what the hell's going on there. Alright, so how far away is that maneuver? 1 hour? Alright, so that's probably 2 orbits away. Oh no, that might be on this orbit. 45 minutes away? Okay, let's go back to the spacecraft. Come on, baby. Alright, let's do this thing. Oh man, all kinds of lines going on here. Alright, maneuver's 43 minutes away. Let's go ahead. Let's see, the maneuver node's going to be somewhere towards the ground at this point, so we're going to go fire our RCS thrusters. Still tons of RCS fuel. This is burning through it a little more than I might like. Still got 675 in that tank, though. Ooh, well, if we run out, we'll just have to deal with it when we get to the asteroid. I'm not going to sit here and wait forever for this vehicle to come around. That's kind of a neat silhouette with it, with the moon in the background, the curve of Kerbal below us. Very nice, very nice. All right, let's get this maneuver set up, nice and easy. Come on, don't pass it. Slow down, slow down. Come on, RCS, do your business. Kind of wish I had put more RCS thrusters on it actually at this point. All right. Well, cheat and use the ultimate RCS in the form of the fast forward, which kills any of your rotation. It's kind of a gamey move, but hey, whatever. I'll take it. Let's see, is this going to happen on this orbit, or are we going to go around again? No, it must be the next orbit, because the orbit is still half an hour away. Alright, can't go any faster than 50 times. Coming down to it. Yeah, if we miss it, this thing's shooting right past it. If we miss it in this area, it's going to be long gone. It's going to be awfully hard to catch up to it. Fortunately, we, unlike the people at NASA, can reverse time thanks to the quick load feature. That's right. Alright, so this is a 600, almost a 700 meter per second burn. So I'm going to figure that 100 meter per second burn we did for orbital inclination correction was about 100 meters per second, 160, something like that. And it took us only about 10 seconds. So I'm going to figure this one's not super long. But I am going to do a test burn at about T-minus 40 seconds maybe. No, let's do it at T-minus 1 minute and get an idea what this burn's going to be. And if in doubt, we'll just fire early and release or let up on our throttle as it, if we start to oversteer or overburn. Because keeping in mind that we are going to lose this stage probably through. Okay, here we go. Commencing test burn. Okay, that says 50 seconds. Let's just lay back on the throttle. Kind of let this ease out. I'm not sure if this is going to make the whole burn or not. It actually might. Or it might get very close to it. So there's still a fair bit of fuel in that stage. Alright, now our encounter is... well, it's only an hour away, actually. So... Any mistakes we make might become a problem for us going forward. Well, okay. We'll just have to correct on the move, I think. I'm not sure what else to do, honestly. It's a little odd to try to encounter a parabolic orbit like this, or hyperbolic, or whatever the hell kind of orbit this is, as it's passing through. It's just something we have, as KSP players, don't have to do all that often. Okay. Oh, looks like this stage is gonna make us all the way there. Okay. Okay. Come on, baby. Oh, forget the stupid SAS. It's the tiniest little bit of throttle. And that's... ooh, I'm getting greedy now. Alright, cut it. Alright, that's pretty damn good. Alright, 60 kilometers. Not half bad. Okay, now... there's still a little bit of fuel left in here. Actually, there's a fair 1,500, 1,250 liquid fuel left in there. However, I don't really want to mess with that anymore. It's messing with my maneuvering. It's going to make it hard to use RCS. So, it's time to bid it farewell. And just the tiniest burst of RCS to clear us from the shroud. And we should be good to go. Yeah! Alright, we are on our way to our first asteroid capture. Fortunately, we're allowed to clip through the sleeve like that, otherwise we might have taken some damage to the bell there. Okay, thank you Kerbal Space Program for being forgiving in that regard. Alright, now I'm going to pull the standard RCS, long distance RCS correction. I will point at my velocity, square up to the gimbal as much as I can. Set my SAS and just use IJKL and HN to see if I can't fiddle that encounter to be a little bit better. It's not a whole lot going on here. Well, that would help if the RCS were on. Oops. Okay. Well, that's JL's not doing anything. Let's try the other axis. Not doing much. Alright, let's try to increase our velocity a little bit. That seems to be helping, although we're flipping back and forth. It's not doing a whole hell of a lot for us. Okay, increasing our velocity is helping, so I think I'm actually going to give it just the tiniest burst from the engines. There we go. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, don't get greedy. 5 kilometers, less than 5 kilometers, pretty damn good. So I'm going to go ahead, quick save at this point. Because we got a pretty nice looking encounter there, considering, you know, that this isn't a nice regular orbit that we're aiming to rendezvous with. Ooh, see, one more orbit and the target is way over there, and we're going to miss it by just a heinous amount if we don't get this encounter. Alright, 39 minutes away. I'm really reluctant to fast forward here because things could go ugly fairly quickly. Alright, so a couple minutes out, I'm going to drop this back to real time. Just as we would, rendezvousing with another spacecraft. And I will attempt to kill off our relative velocity. So I'll set target. Ooh, it's moving quite fast. We're going to need a good sized burn here. Can I see it? Can I see it? Where are you? Where is it relative to me? It is more or less directly away from Kerbal. Okay, so this direction? No such luck. Can't see it. Where are you, Space Rock? Okay, fine. No such luck. Can't be that far out. We're only looking at a minute. Now, it is, like I said, we do have 1,000 meters per second to make up. So I'm going to err on the side of firing a little bit early. So this is looking like it's about a minute out. Oh wait, caught a glimpse of it there. There it is. Wow, 43 kilometers away. Now with this engine we should be able to make a fairly quick difference in our speed, so I can afford to let it get closer, I think. I could probably kill off, see, I did 100 meters per second in a couple of seconds there, so I can probably let this get to about 20 seconds out. Do my burn. Get my encounter. Here it comes. Alright, alright, it's getting pretty close. I'm not going to get too greedy at this point. Just got to kill off this velocity. Get on orbit with it, and then I can just fly towards it. Wow, look at it. It's really moving fast. Okay, we got to get this velocity killed off. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, man. Yeah, I should have burned more aggressively. Look at it. There it is. You can finally get a good glimpse at our target there. Kind of just a lumpy space rock. What can I say? Damn it. Oh man, I thought I could kill it off faster. Okay. Okay, now we're on orbit with it. So if we don't do anything, we are going to escape Kerbal orbit right along with our target. Okay, but we do have 16 minutes to our periapsis. So I want to try to get right up on it, get a dock on it, and do a burn in that amount of time. Alright, so with that in mind, see, in this regard, if it were further away from the planet Kerbin, it would take more fuel for us to get out there, but we would have a larger window, we would have a more forgiving time frame in which to engage this rock and bring it back. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and arm the grabber arm. There we go. Claws out. And flip us around, because with the speed we're carrying relative to the target, we are going to need the main thrusters to slow us back down. There was no way the RCS is going to accomplish 83 meters per second of velocity reduction in the time frame we're talking about. There she is. No problem. Alright. Target center of mass. Quick save. Okay. Whew. This is tense. This is tense, man. I tell you, when you only got one shot at it. Oh, did I put lights on the front of this? I forgot. I meant to put lights on the front of the spacecraft so I could target even on the dark side, see what I was doing if I had to dock with the dark side of the asteroid. Okay, well, nothing for it now. I'm not going back at this stage. Alright, now we are going to stick to using RCS. Alright, what's our time look like? 14 minutes. Okay, I got time to play this a little cautious. Or a lot cautious. Alright, so target is 80 meters away. We are closing at just 0.1. Okay, I can afford to increase that. Okay, here we go, here we go. Stay on target. Wow, I really wish I could see this surface a little better than I'm coming towards. See, this is a... It's hard to see what exactly the topography of the rock on this side is. Here, let's change this over to the chase camera. Should give us a little better view of what we're doing. Yep, that's an asteroid, alright. And based on that scientific assessment, I have nothing further to contribute. Continue targeting the center of mass. Okay. 50 meters. Alright, we're within a minute of encountering it. Of course, that's 50 meters probably to the center of mass or something like that, so the surface is a few meters closer than that. So I'm going to get on this angle here, see what's going on. Slowing it down. We want to keep aimed right at the center of mass. That way our rocket thrust axis will be right through the center of mass and we won't have a tendency to spin off to either side. It looks like we're coming in kind of in a little bit of a depression there. Hopefully that's reasonably flat, actually. That might be good news for us. Alright. Yes, keep targeting the center of mass, please. Alright, how are we looking? Whoa, let's slow it down. Not sure how much impact that grabbing arc can withstand, but I don't want to push my luck. Oh, we got it! We got it. Okay. We're a little bit off the center of mass. How much time do we have our periapsis? 11 minutes. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. So we'll do a quick save. And one of the features of the grabbing arm that I have not talked about is we can go and we can free this pivot and then we're going to move the spacecraft around that pivot to line up with the center of mass, just like that. And then we're going to go lock the pivot back down. So that centers us up a little bit better on our new space rock's center of mass. Okay, we got you, you big ugly rock, you. Alright, so now we need to do just enough of a maneuver to capture this thing. And any future maneuvers can be done simply by bringing another vehicle up here. Alright, so that's kind of a course run. That's our first maneuver. We're going to go ahead and try to execute that. Now, I'm going to have to go ahead and... I came at this a little bit from below, actually. So if you look, it's kind of hard to tell exactly what our relative attitude is. That's a neat shot. Us grabbing the asteroid with the sun silhouetting us and Kerbal. Alright, enough screwing around. Let's get this big old thing turned around. Man, I'm glad I got all this RCS fuel. This thing is ponderous to try to turn. A little bit at a time, no rush. We got 10 minutes to the maneuver. And it's a 21-second burn, it says, but I'm going to thrust limit the engine because I'm afraid with all this weight here and all this, all that load carrying through here, I'm afraid it's going to trash that. So I'm going to cut the throttle down to, right about a third, like 33% there. And I'm going to start burning way early. Like I said, I'm not going for any particular orbit here so much as simply trying to capture this thing somewhere in Kerbal orbit. Actually, I would like to see my orbital velocity at this point. And it's a 613 meters per second burn. Alright, we should be able to do that with a few problems. Oh, I know I should actually turn the RCS off while I'm trying to drift this thing into place. It's like trying to fly with an elephant on your back. There, come on. Come on, you pig. Wow, look. They're thrilled. These guys are thrilled. And even Bob. Bob is excited. He's normally terrified while he's flying. But he does also like to collect his space rocks. And this is sort of the ultimate space rock to add to his collection. So even Bob's enjoying himself on this particular mission. Whew, okay, we got lined up with our maneuver. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and set our SAS. Do quick save. I'm compulsively quick saving here. Do just a littlest bit of time warp to get close to our maneuver. Get to about a minute. Like I said, it's the 21-second burn is calculated on max velocity. I'm at 1/3, so triple that. It's about a minute long burn. So I want to fire it starting at about T-minus 30 seconds or so. Alright, we can fast forward a little bit more than that. Come on, here we go. I'm not sure why my little target ball was bouncing around there like that. I don't know if you... Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. Darn it, darn it. Okay. Put on some throttle. Ooh, okay, okay. Let's turn the RCS on to help us keep this thing where I want it. A little more throttle. You see, now it's saying it's like a 2-minute burn. Okay, we should still be able to capture this, even though I missed my burn time by a little bit. It should not be a problem. Okay, that's coming down. I wish there were a way to see just how much strain this is putting on our parts. No way to know while we're burning, so I'm just going to let this be. Even with this relatively low throttle, I'm only about 20% throttle, accounting for the fact that I thrust limited this. We got quite a big plume of flame coming out the back. It's a very impressive engine. Also a very good way to break a spacecraft if you load it in the wrong way. Alright, holding steady, come on. Do I have a capture? Alright, we have capture. You're not going anywhere, big rock. You are mine now. That's useless to me. Okay. How much fuel do I have left in here? Oh, nice. I still have, you know, a third of the fuel left here. A little more, even. Alright, we can even afford to use about half of this, probably, if not a little bit more, to try to get this into a nice low orbit before we go ahead and detach it and bring these guys home and send up another vehicle to finish the job in terms of setting this into exactly the orbit we want. And I may do that off camera because you guys get the idea from watching this how it works. Whoa, whoa with the wobbliness. Alright, let's throttle down and try to get this back turned towards my burn marker. Whew, we got a good grip on it, but we're getting some wobble right in this joint. That's making me more than a little bit nervous. Okay, really any capture will do for now. And we can come out here and level this off and circularize it and then bring it down with another spacecraft. Actually, it will probably be this exact spacecraft launched again with another crew. Oh, alright. We got ourselves a new pet asteroid. Just hang in there, guys, a little bit longer. Trying to bring this down, make it a little bit easier to encounter later on. Get it into a somewhat circular orbit would be kind of nice, too. So we're at 3 million by 3.5 million. Let's get this a little closer to circular. Come on. Come on. 2.9 by 3.2. Come on. Okay, let's kill velocity there. We got to capture. It seems like, well, it looks like we're back on center, but it kept wobbling around like it was off center. Very weird, very annoying. Okay. This could just be the constant little corrections he was trying to make. Actually, let's set fine controls so we don't... Actually, with fine controls on, it hardly seems to do anything. Too much weight on this, probably, to move it terribly efficiently. Alright, so let's try to line up with our anti-velocity. Let's kind of manually bring this down as much as we can. Alright, it's only a matter of time now, one way or another. Because I would like to use basically all the fuel in this section and a good chunk of the fuel in that section. Do as much as I can to bring this into a workable orbit that I can then bring on down into Kerbal later. Whew, yeah. Alright, so we have a new asteroid. And on this picturesque shot here, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode. I will go ahead and do the rest of the capture of this asteroid, I think, off camera. You guys get the idea. Everything else here is pretty much more of the same. So, thank you all for watching. In orbit with a giant rock attached to our spacecraft, I'm here with Bill, Jebediah, and Bob Kerman. So on behalf of all of us, I'm Southern Wolverine. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.